Hi Jay, hi Anil. Good morning.
Hare Krishna Prabhatan.
Good morning.
Hi, Krishna. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Hey Bakri, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay, let's start. We share the screen. Hey, Manikanta, good morning. Okay, guys, yesterday we discussed about um, the pricing calculator, and we discussed about like uh, how we are going to create the architecture of the hierarchy of your resource creations. So regarding to the what is a tenant, the subscriptions, management groups, okay, underneath the resource groups and resources. This is the hierarchy. It's designed in Azure cloud. Okay. So today we are going to start in depth of the services what Azure is provided, and we need to understand different terminologies like the security, the high availability, scalability, um, like identity. Many things are there. So we need to understand in depth of each and every terminology, because this terminology is very important to understand what is the meaning of scalability, high availability, and security, how we are going to implement, and identity, what are the services are required. So many things are there we are going to discuss. So first point we are going to start. So we are going to discuss of the infrastructure. So these are the services are help to know to us to implement different um, you know security wise, and we are going to maintain the high availability, scalability, all these things. Different services are available in Azure cloud. So before that, what are the infrastructure related services are available? First we need to understand that. So we already aware of it. Infrastructure means what? It might be a server, right? Server is a comes under infrastructure. What else comes under the infrastructure? We can call as infrastructure.
Load balancer.
Load balancer is a service, okay, but basically, what are the services we use in on-premise, for example?
Okay.
Database,
Two databases.
okay, networking, we have it in on-prem also.
Firewall will come under networking, no?
Hmm. Firewall comes under network. Well, that's service only, right?
Okay.
So broadly, we are dividing into the applications, okay. So we are don't think about the development of applications. We are focusing on application deployments. That is also comes under the infrastructure. We are maintaining the applications. We are deploying the applications and providing the services to the application. That is also comes under the infrastructure. Okay. So broadly we have servers, databases, networking, applications. These are the different type of infrastructure related components are available in on-premises, in cloud also. So how these services are integrated. So how the server can connect to database, how these applications can hosted on server, how we can able to reach to the access to the server, how we are going to access to the application, how this application connect to database. So we need to understand these concepts, how this connectivity happened between these things, and how securely are going to implement. We can connect directly also to the internet, but we don't require that. How securely you are going to connect application connect to the database? What is the securities involved? I want to survive, like, my server, no one able to connect without my permission. I want to maintain my server securely. How can I, what are the options we have to maintain that? So someone is connected to my server, how we are going to, what he can do? I have a control because I'm the owner of that server. Someone is connected and do something like, deleted, whatever you want. I don't want to do that. Whatever the level of access I'm going to give, they are supposed to be. That's it. We cannot go beyond that. Okay. So how we are going to implement all these things? So that is called security, right? Securely, how we are going to maintain our data. So comes under data also comes under the one of the key role. Like so, how you are maintaining your data, how you are maintaining your servers, how you are maintaining your databases, how you are maintaining applications. So all these things internally connected to network. So network is a key role here to maintain whatever you are expecting. Okay, you can securely connect your servers, network is required. You're securely connect your databases, networking is required. Applications, networking is required. Data you can maintain securely, networking is required. So everywhere network is playing a key role. So we have different services also to different options like scalability and blah blah blah. Many things we are going to discuss slowly. Okay. The key point is if you know very well about networking in cloud, that is more than enough. You know everything after that. So networking is a very important topic to understand. Why this network, how we are going to implement this networking, what are the concepts are there in networking, how we are going to implement security with the help of networking. All these things we have to learn one by one. So we are going to discuss this networking about servers, this networking setup for the databases, networking setup for the applications, networking setup of this our data. So how we are going to securely connect it each other through networking. Okay. So we are going to discuss about this networking concept starting from the this particular service. So cloud is provided so many other services like I told you, right? High availability, scalability, we have hmm, resiliency, like we have different options. Let's see. We have GNC. Um, okay. Maybe spelling is mistake. So okay. Scalability is there, resilience is there. Okay. Um, we have high availability is there, scalability, resiliency. Different options are there. We will discuss one by one. How like my Azure Microsoft, Microsoft provided these things without any um, it is very difficult to implement these things in on premises. It's very easily achieved in cloud, very easily because they design their setup the architectural database data centers architecture is like that. So we can easily achieve the high availability, the scalability, resiliency, DR setups, many things we can do. Okay, so we will go one by one. Okay, it's not required now. You can remember it. So networking means, have you guys have any idea about what is the meaning of network? What is network?
Connected devices for communication.
Mhm. Okay. Network is a communication, established communication. Okay. So without network, we cannot communicate to each other. You can write. Without network also, you can able to connect. What is the main important? For example, okay, I will ask you a question like this. Okay, I have one server. I have another server. So what is the important component is required to access this server? What is required?
Data files here also.
That is a files. Okay, that is not.
VM.
We,
The reachability,
how you are going to connect any server? What is important?
IP address, yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Without IP, we cannot connect, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
IP address is mandatory to any device. It's a intranet or internet, whatever it is. Without IP, we cannot connect. Okay, that is the identity of that particular service. It is a firewall. It is a anything that some IP is required. Okay, how these IPs? What is the type of IPs we have it? How we are going to use it? Okay, we should understand. So we have different type of IPs, and we need to understand what is the difference between the IPs first. Then we can go to the networking concept. Okay. So what are the type of IPs you know? What are those? Any idea?
Public and private.
Excellent. Public and private. Okay. What is the difference?
Public is exposed to internet and private is like limited within an organization,
Super.
within a network.
Okay. Correct. Okay. So public IP and private IP. Okay. Public IP, private IP. So where you are using public IP?
Internet.
Internet. That is important. In private IP is intranet. What is the difference between internet and intranet?
Internet means we can access through internet.
Mm,
Internet means only particular office networks.
mm. So we have limitations with intranet. So we are using a private IP within the network. For example, let's see this. Okay, I have. You can call this is my network. VNet one. Okay, VNet one. Some network. Okay, so there's the name of my network. Okay. So for example, I have some virtual machine here. For example, I try to connect this particular server from my laptop. Okay. So how this request will reach to this particular server? For example, this particular server have a private IP. Private IP. So can I able to access the server from my laptop? Because my laptop, this is a different network. My laptop is outside of this network. Okay. So if I'm trying to connect this server with a private IP, can I connect or not?
No.
Okay. If this server have a public IP, even though it is on internet within the network only, but this server have a public IP. Can I connect? This server have a public IP.
The laptop also inside that network, or no?
No, no, no. I'm outside the network. I'm not in this particular. See, for example, you have in a house. Okay. The people who are inside the of your house. The person who are outside your house, you want to connect this person. Okay. So if I send a request, I don't know who is this guy. This person is not aware of who is this guy. So once he tried to connect this person, what is the main thing it is required? He has to enter this network, like this particular house, then only he is able to communicate. Okay. So otherwise, if he knows this, because he's if he come out from the house, he can communicate without any requirement. So whenever you have a public IP of the server, that means you are not, even though you are showing as a within the network, but you are publicly available. So anyone can connect you because you have a public IP. So you are available. So I told you, right? Public IP for internet, private IP for intranet. So you have a public IP, that means you are available on the internet. So I can connect you because I am also in internet, you are also in internet. You are able to connect. It's showing as you have a network boundary, but you're not part of this network at all because it's showing as you are part of this, but you have a public IP. So whenever you got a public IP, you are available for everyone. Who knows the public IP, you can be able to connect. Okay. So once you have a public IP, that is help to connect through the internet. But is it secure? So anyone can connect this particular server. I can connect, you can connect, anyone can connect this server because this server have a public IP. Okay. So I want to secure that. I don't want to use a public IP for every device in my network. Okay. So where exactly we are going to use this public IPs? Where exactly we are going to use private IPs? So we are going to discuss what are the types of public IPs and private IPs and what is the importance of this. Okay. Why can't you use a public IP everywhere? Why can't you use only private IP everywhere? Okay. That's we are going to discuss one by one. Then you are going to discuss. Before we are going to discuss about the public and private IPs. So how these devices are getting these IPs? How these IPs are assigned to each and every device? So you know that you have a, even though it's a public IP or private IP, we have two types of models we have in the market. Have you heard about this? IPv4, IPv6.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference? This difference between IPv4, we are using, for example, open command prompt. Okay, you can see I have some IP here. What is my server IP? My laptop IP? It's IPv4. Yeah.
IPv4 address.
Okay. It is 192.168.135.163. This is my IP. You can see this format. One ninety 168.135.163. Okay. You can see in the format of IP6, V6 also. Where is that? IPv6 is not here. It's not provided here, but previously it was there. Okay. I'll show you. I have that. Okay. So this is a IPv4 model. You can see this is one part, this is one part, this is one part, this is one part. 4 parts are there. Okay. So we'll discuss about V6 later. Okay, IPv6, we are not using that much now, but you should understand what is this. Okay. As of now, you can keep it aside. Okay. We are concentrating on IPv4 model. So how these IPs are assigned? What is this altogether? Okay. So we have 4 parts here, right? IPv4 is a, each part we can call it as one octet. Okay. Each part we can call it as one octet. Okay. Octet. So what is the meaning of one octet? Each octet, one octet means it's a 8-bit, 8 bits. So what is the meaning of bit? It's the same. Everything is 8-bit only. Okay. This is also 8-bit. This is also 8-bit. This is also 8-bit. One octet means it's a 8-bit. What is the meaning of bit? What language the computer can understand?
Boolean language.
Okay. So we can understand only
Ones and zeros.
ones and zeros, right? This is the language any computer can understand. It is nothing else, right? So bit is, it might be 1 or 0. Okay. So here each octet has 8 bits. So total, how many bits we have it? 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. How many? 4 8s are
32-bit.
32 bit. 32 bit. Total we have 32 bits here. We have 32 bits. Okay. So in each bit, we are providing some number. We will see that. What is that number? Each bit we have some list. We can call it as octet chart. Okay. Let me create that. Anyway, I have already. No need to design that. Okay. We can see we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8-bit number. This is called 8-bit octet chart in IPv4 model. The computers network don't read IP address in the numeric format. They only understand binary format, ones or zeros. Okay, like this, 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 something. So how this? So you can see every bit, every octet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 8, 8, 8. So total 32 bit. Okay. So each octet we have, this chart will decide. Which, for example, I opened, you can see 1, 2, just for the multiplication. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. You can add everything. You can see, open the calculator. So you can see 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64 plus 128. So you need to remember this number. Okay. So that means each and every octet, you will get a maximum of 255 IPs. You can see the IP address 64.94.29.03. How this number is assigned. Okay. Take an example of this one. You can see this is the octet 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 octets we have. So 0, 3. How this number is generated here? What bits are enabled here? 1 and last bit and before that. These two are enabled. We got 3 here. In this part, 29. So 29 means what are the octets are bits are enabled? First 1 here enabled, 2 is not enabled, 4 is enabled, 6, 8 is enabled, 16 is enabled. So what the calculation is 16 plus 8. How much? 24. 24 plus 16 plus 8 is 24. 24 plus 4. 28. 28 plus 1. 29 we got it here. You can see this bit number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth bit is this one. So 16 is enabled, 8 is enabled, and 4 is enabled. Okay. So 16 plus 8, 24. 24 plus 4, 28. Then 1. 1 is pending. So that's the reason this is not enabled. This is enabled. So 29 we got it. So the same way 94. 94, what are things are enabled? First it will start with a big number. So anyway, 129 is not required because it is only 94. So what is the option we have? First is the 64. Once the 64 is enabled, if you go with 32, it will come beyond this number, 94. So it will not on this one. Only next option is 16. 64 plus 16, 74 plus 80 total, right? 64 plus 16, 80. Then it is enabled 8, 88. Then 4, 92. Then this one, 2, 94. So these numbers are automatically, when you give some number, right? These octets are enabled based on your number. Okay. This random numbers are assigned by specific devices we have in a backend. So your router, your Cisco routers, or many devices are there, right? Physical devices. It is randomly assigned IPs to your computer devices. These IPs backend, what exactly happens? These IPs are assigned to this particular IP. The backend octet chart will be enabled the specific bits. This is a simple way of assigning the IP for any device. So we have a device called Cisco device or routers. We have in our internet also we have some devices like your in every internet connection. We at a house also we have some device. So that is assigned to the IPs to we have internet, right, in our house. The service provider, like they are providing some device to you at home. What is the device? You have internet connection, right, at home? No, no one have internet connection. Yes or no?
Yes, Anna. Yes, we are having.
Okay, they will provide one device, internet service provider like a Geo or Airtel. Or the person will
Yes,
come to
yes.
you. They will give one
Router
device to you. What is this? What is the purpose of this? Why they are providing this device to you?
for IP address, Anna.
Mm. This device is because when you try to connect the internet, right? These devices are connected to your router. So see, if you go to, for example, my laptop is connected to internet. Okay. How can I connect the internet? Through the my router only. So the router will assign this IP address to my laptop. So you connect your mobile to your internet, to the connect to the network. So you can see you have only private IP. You don't have public IP to your devices. So that who assigned that private IP to your device? Your router.
Router.
Okay. So router has a capability to assign the private IPs to your devices because we cannot expose our device to the internet. Only through the router we are able to connect to the internet. Without router we cannot connect. Okay, we'll discuss deep into that. Okay, don't worry about that. We will how this is connection happened, how the service the request will go out and come in. We will discuss later. So first we need to focus on the IPv4 models. So you need to understand we have 8 bit for each octet and each bits are totally we have 32 for the each octet. You will get maximum of 255 per each octet. This is the maximum number you can see anywhere. You cannot see any number, any IP address without beyond 255. You can see, you can open any device in the world. If you try to find out, for example, let me open ping google.com. What is the IP address? 142.250.206.14. All octets are less than 255. Correct or not?
Yes.
Okay. Ping facebook.com. What is IP? 57.144.54.1. So you never get any IP more than 255 for each octet. So any octet, it is less than 255. That is the maximum number you will get. 255. Okay. Just remember that. Okay. So these octets are once you, how your calculation each bit, how you get 255, you got it right. So this chapter, this particular chart, you can see here, each octet we have 255. So in the 255, the calculation, each and every bit has a one specific number. This bit have a number 1. This bit we have a 2. This bit we have 4. This bit we have 8. This bit is a 16. This bit is 64. This is 120. So each and every bit have one specific number. The same thing for every octet. So this last number is always 128. This number, this particular bit is a 64. This bit is 32. This bit is 60. Same thing. Same thing happened for each and every octet. Clear?
Yes, Almost.
Okay. So one second. Let me. So my IP address is like 192.168.1. Some number is there, right? What is the number of my IP address? We'll see. So remember, guys, IPv4, it doesn't matter it's a public IP or private IP. This is the maximum numbers of each octet, even if it's a public IP or private IP. So now we are going to discuss what is a private IP, what is a public IP. We already know that some idea. Public IPs are connected through internet. Private IPs are connected through intranet. So why can't you give the public IP for everywhere? Why are using a privatized IPs are coming into the picture? So we have some classes. We have a all IPs are divided into some classes. Class A, class B, class C. We have class D and E also, but we are not using much. We are using up to class A, B, C. Okay. So what is this categorization? What is class A? What is class B? What is class C? You go to Google also, you can see. Explain class A, otherwise range of class A, comma class B class C. Hmm. You can see this is the class A. The first octet range is equal to 0 to 127. Example, we'll discuss about one by one. Okay. Just copy this first part. Class A. Okay, I will copy like this first. We have chart wise. That's what I'm looking at. There is some chart will be there. Okay. So you can see here what I told you, right? We have total numbers we are getting is each octet. The highest number is 255 dot 255 dot 255 dot 255. Okay, this is the maximum number we got. So here in this range only we have public IPs and private IPs also there. So what are the public IPs are there and private IPs are there? They are designed by your we have a separate department IC DR department, something like that. So that will they are designing this one. So you can see in 1 to 126, the first class A start from the 1 to 126. 1 to 126 out of 255, I'm trying to say 126. Okay, like you can see here, 1 to 126 comes under the public IPs. Okay, you can see example also here. 1.0.0.0 to 126.255.255.255. This is the maximum number you will get under the class A public IPs. Okay, example is start with 1.0.0.0 to 126.255, any number within the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any number to maximum 255. 255, 255. These public IPs comes under class A public IPs. Okay. If you go to second one, class B, 128, start from 128 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 to 191. That is the maximum number we are getting it. 191 dot 255 dot 255 dot 255. This is the class B public IPs. Class B. Okay. We'll discuss, don't worry. Initially, it is difficult to understand, but we'll discuss later. Okay. Then, after 191, class C start from 192. 192 0 dot 2 232 33 dot 0 dot 55 dot. This is the public IPs of class C. You can see here, any number start with the first octet, they can say like that. So any octet, it's a 1 to 126. So you can see my IP address. What is my IP address? What is the IP address of mine? 192.168.135.163. So it is start from 192. Which class is this number? That my IP belongs to which class?
Class C.
Class C. You can see 192 starts with 192. So starts with 192 comes from class C. So you can imagine, guys, 192 after any IP start with 192 range to maximum of 233, that IPs comes under the one class C. Any IPs start with 128 to like 191. That comes under the class B. Any range start from 1 to 126. That range comes under the class A. Okay. So total maximum of 255 only. So it starts from 233 in the first range. This is the last number we are using it. Maximum as of now, we are using only 233 number. That is the range we are going to use it. So if you could take any public IPs also, for example, google.com, facebook.com, what is the IP address? We have it 57.144.54.1. 57. 57 is comes under the class A, class B, or class C.
Class A.
Class A. 1 to 126, between 1 to 126, that comes under the class A. Between 128 to 191, class B. Between 192.233, between 192 to 233 comes under class C. So these are the different classes we have. From my IP is 192 is a class C. The Google IP is like, you can see Facebook IP is class A. You can see google.com, it is 142. Starts with 142. 142 comes under where? 142. Is it class B or class C?
Class B.
Class B. right? 128 to 191. This is the range, right? So the IP address of google.com is, what is that? 142.250, 256, 206, 14. So 142. This is comes under class B range. Okay. So we'll discuss deep into that. What are the classes? What is the IPs as a pub? So now we can see only public IPs. So where we have the private IPs here, we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. How we are going to design that. Okay. What is the importance of private IPs? We'll see. We'll continue tomorrow, guys, and we'll discuss more about this. So initially it is very difficult to understand, a lot of confusion, but slowly we'll definitely grab it. Don't worry about it. Okay.
It's coming on calculator in I think
Sorry.
pricing calculator is interest. This is after sir.
No.
This is some difficulty going on.
Hmm.
Means pricing calculator is under this sir. Different sir. The other reasons is this.
The pricing
The under
calculator
sir.
is no pricing calculator is only for you are to identify the price of that particular device. For example, I want to the size of this particular virtual machine. What is the cost? That is a pricing calculator. This is comes under the networking. So IP addresses, how your IPs are getting it, how you design your IPs, all these things. Because every device in the network requires some IP address. Okay, how these IPs are assigned to our device, your mobile or your laptops or desktops, anything, any device. So how these IPs are assigned? Those things we are going to discuss here now. This is the basics of networking. This is not related to any cloud or anything like that. This is the basics of networking. What is a class A, class B, class C? How the public IPs are assigned? What is the private IPs? What is the importance of private IPs? And why can't you use public IPs? So many things are there. We are going to discuss one by one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So we'll continue tomorrow and we'll see. Okay. Bye bye.